Hi, welcome to Cloud9 Yoga. My name is Claudia and it's absolutely great to have you with me today. We are once again in a beautiful sunny Caribbean. It's pretty much in the same spot that I have filmed in the past, and I really hope you will enjoy the practice. It's a hip focus flow. We're going to repeat it. I used to call it a proud married sequence just because I didn't know what else to call it really, but it starts nice and slow and then it develops into breath connected flow. We're going to do it twice on each side, so we're also going to flow a mandala style. Why not? So we're going to start on the right leg and then repeat it again, and then we're going to do the left leg and repeat it again. I hope you will enjoy it. You will not need any props, and if anything pops up and you have questions about, please be sure to drop them. I'm always happy to answer all your queries. We're going to start today lying down on the mat. So when you're ready, bring yourself in there and meet me there. Let those legs be nice and long, and then just use your shoulders and your back of the head to lengthen the spine. Now bring your hands to your lower ribs and notice if they're kind of hooking up. For me, they always do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the soles of my feet to the floor to minimize this and lengthen my lower back. Then I'm going to keep those hands on the ribs. We're going to take 5 to 6 breaths here, trying to really corset those ribs down. So inhale through your nose, nice and silent. Exhale, open your mouth, let it all out. Feel those ribs hugging in like a corset. You'll also feel the back of the ribs becoming in contact with the earth. Pause at the bottom of that exhale. Inhale calmly through your nose. Let's do that 5 more times. Exhale, open mouth. Don't let the tailbone kind of start going down towards the earth. Keep it nice and neutral. Inhale through your nose, nice and calm. I frequently say I don't want to hear your inhale. I do want to hear your exhale. See if you can take that in breath without letting the ribs poke up. And one last time. Fantastic. Let's bring both knees into your chest. Hug them in. And then let's take a couple of circles here. So open your knees nice and wide, the opposite direction, knees towards the armpits. Then push them away from you. Bring them in to meet. Bring them into the chest, towards the armpits, out and away, and bring them in. One last time, bring them in towards your chest, and then push them away where they just came from. Open them wide, bring them towards the armpits, and bring them in. One last time, out, open, in, and squeeze. Fantastic. We're going to take a supine pigeon to begin with. Left foot to the floor, right foot to the left thigh. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Keep that left knee bent. Try not to let it collapse. Keep it nice and engaged, so at least a 90-degree angle there. If you want to straighten it, I'd rather just keep a soft bend, just because in that way you've got more leverage towards that opening of the right hip. Right hand can come to the right inner knee, just gently cueing it out of the way, or you can interlace both hands and use that right elbow to do the same while you bring that left thigh closer. What tends to happen here is the right outer hip tends to creep up towards the armpit. So see if you can lengthen that side of the body, really actively taking that right knee away from the elbow. Hold this there, really pulling away from that elbow or the hand. And gently relax and release. Bring the left foot to the floor. Shimmy the left foot to the right side of the mat as far as you can. And then lower the left knee and the foot down. Nice. Take a breath in. Full breath out. My foot is hovering. Your foot could be on the ground. I don't mind. I'm trying to stay off the sand. Fantastic. Come back up. Swap your legs. Right foot to the floor, left foot to the right thigh. Open up. When we work with hips, Come into that little opening here. When we work with hips, sometimes we tend to unravel certain layers of emotional storage. If it happens to you today, just acknowledge it. Let yourself explore the area. Really pulling that left knee away from the chest. Right knee in towards the chest. Hold it there for 10, 9. 3, 2, 1. And gently unravel, let that go. Shimmy the right foot to the left side and bring the right knee to the right side with that left foot still as it is. Keep that left knee to the sky, don't let it collapse down. Nice and active here. All right. And from here, come up, bring both knees to your chest, and we're going to rock and roll 2 to 3 times to bring yourself to seated. Lovely. And as you come into seated, we're going to go straight in for Navasana. Take your hips to the center of the mat, bring your knees together, and then either your toes can touch the mat, your hands behind your thighs, lift the heart, or you can lift your feet off the mat and find yourself in here. Squeeze the legs together, really together. Maybe you reach your arms forward, maybe lift the heart slightly higher. Feel the core, the hip flexors, the inner thighs, all of it working. Nice. And then cross your feet, right foot over the left. Bring your heels as close to your butt as you can and roll up and over. Come and meet me in a cross-legged forward fold. Bring the pinky toes to touch. Nice. So your right foot is in front of your right leg is in front of the left leg. Feet are in line. Bump your hips slightly more to the left. Lengthen the spine and then fold down. Fantastic. Now from here, I want you to bring your hands like you would for downward facing dog to the top of the mat. Soften the knees. And then just step the right foot back, left foot back. Downward facing dog. Lovely. Walk your hands towards your feet. We're going to start with a couple of sun salutes. Come into a halfway lift. Inhale. You can bring your hands to your shins, your thighs. You can take airplane arms if you're looking for a little bit more active practice. Exhale, soften and bow. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Close your eyes. Take a moment to notice what's the body feeling, what is it experiencing right now. Nice. And now from here, let's reach up. Inhale. Exhale, soften your knees as you fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Nice, long, beautiful neck. Exhale, walk yourself forward to downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees. Come all the way down for locust. Inhale, lift the straight legs. Lift your straight arms forward. Exhale, hands under the shoulders. Stack your toes under. Lift up, downward facing dog. Fantastic. This time, step the right foot outside the left wrist, left foot outside the right, left wrist. Nice. Take an active squat. Inhale. Hips back, hands forward. Stay here. Press the feet into the floor. Really pull your sit bones back. This is not pretty, I know. Exhale, fold forward. Fantastic. Stay with the feet as wide as they are. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to go straight for Malasana. So bring your knees towards your armpits, lower your sit bones down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, step, walk or hop. Downward facing dog. Land on bent knees. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down for locust. Inhale, reach your straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. Fantastic. Left leg steps outside the left wrist, right leg outside the right wrist. Active squat, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up. Keep your feet as they are. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, stay here. Open the legs nice and wide with your elbows. Exhale, fold forward. And now nice and easy. You're going to step, walk, or hop into down dog. Land on bent knees now. And then as you inhale, come into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Locust one last time. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Just one more Navasana drill before we start our flow. Carve a line with your nose. Step, walk, or hop into your Malasana. Then sit down into your Navasana. Bring your feet either to the floor or in front of you. Nice bent knee Navasana, nothing too fancy here. Fantastic. Let's bring the left foot over the right. Bring your heels close together. Roll up and over. Come into this forward fold that we did at the beginning. Little pinkies to touch, this time left leg in front of the right. Nice. Bump your hips ever so slightly more to the right. Fantastic. One more breath here. Exhale, soften and bow. Fantastic. From here, step the left foot back, right foot back. And we're going to build our flow. We're going to start today in Malasana. So nice and easy. Step, walk, or hop. Malasana. Sit your hips nice and low. Bring your hands to prayer. So nice and slow, learning the flow. We're going to stay here for 10 seconds as you press the knees into the elbows. 10. Now keep that pressure, keep the feet solely placed down. Try not to lift the pinky toe or the big toe side. 3, 2, 1, release. And now let's go the opposite way. So pull the knees away from the elbows for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Try not to move your elbows away from the legs. And if you're shaking, this is the second time I'm doing this today, the shake is real. All right, and release. Whoo, fantastic. Let's step the left foot back and meet me in lizard. A few moments here, just shimmy, getting to know your lizard. Your body is just waking up, whether it's been sitting down the whole day or whether it's been walking. Just take a few moments here, really knocking some of that dust off your joints. All right, come forward, stay here, place the hands firmly down, lower the left knee down. Take your left hand slightly further forward to the left and take your right hand to that right thigh. Open and twist. As we open and twist, I want you to think to bring that left rib closer to the right thigh. Press the right big toe down. Try not to lift it up. Nice. Tailbone is long and neutral. Lovely. Option to stay here or grab hold of the left foot with the right hand. Fantastic. When you've got it, we're going to do what we've just done in Malasana. I want you to create the action of pulling it close and the foot resists. So keep the foot into the hand holds it close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it lengthen. Now the foot kicks and the hand resists for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Without pinging, let that go. Woo. Come into Skandasana on the right leg. Nice. Now you might need to lift that right heel off the mat. That's perfectly fine. I'd like you to have both hands either on the floor or at the heart center in prayer, digging that left heel in to the floor. Just allow yourself a moment to open up those hips. Nice. From here we're going to transition into Goddess. You might need to shimmy your feet so they're in one line with one another. Fabulous. And we're going to sink nice and low. Bring your elbows to your thighs and then take your sit bones back as if you've taken an active squat. Take your hands to your shins and take your heart forward. Lean slightly lower with the knees press into those elbows for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Release that. Bring yourself into Warrior 2 on the left leg. Open up nice and easy. We're only here for transition really, so then windmill your arms forward and inside the right leg. Take it in for a warrior dog. Your hips go back just like they did a second ago in Goddess. Your feet press down and your hands pull forward. You should feel a juicy stretch through the upper back while your hips pulling back. Any niggling in that back knee, so the right knee now. Just change the angle of your foot, maybe taking it further the opposite direction. Nice. Now from here, walk your hands to the center of the mat, pivot slightly and come in for crescent. And for the first crescent, by invitation, I'm going to ask you to lower that right knee to hover. Tailbone is neutral. Take it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Whew. Maybe straighten both knees and then twist to the open crescent twist. Right hand forward, left hand back. Keep your shoulders directly over your hips and then take your left hand to that right thigh. Exalted warrior. Oh, this almost feels like rest. Take that left outer hip further down to the floor. One more breath here. And let's take it for a prayer twist. Right elbow outside the left thigh. Left hand to the top of the right hand, and then twist your torso as you press the hands to one another. Take a deep breath in, full breath out. One more. Lower that left outer hip down to the ground. Lift that right knee to the sky. And from here we will transition to side plank. Bring the right hand to the floor. Option 1, pivot on that right foot. Keep the left foot to the center. Supported side plank. Nice, you can stay here, or you can bring that left foot in either stack, bring it in front, or keep it hovering. Fantastic. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in, full breath out. Lovely. Optional vinyasa here, if that's how you want to roll. Otherwise, let's hop in for malasana. So bend your knees, look forward, jump your feet just outside your wrists. Nice. Lovely. Let's do this without breath then. Inhale in your malasana, open the heart. Exhale, transition to lizard, left foot back. Stay here for in-breath. Lift the heart. Exhale, skandasana on the right leg. Stay here for in-breath. Exhale, goddess. Lever your feet. Sit nice and low. Elbows to thighs. Hands to inner cuffs. Stay here for in-breath. Lift the hips, lower the torso. Exhale, transition to warrior 2 on the left. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior dog. Stay here for in-breath. Hips pull back. Heart pulls forward. Transition to crescent. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Stay. Exhale, twist. Inhale, revolve, exalted rather. And then exhale, twist it. Prayer. Inhale, blossom. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Side plank, your version of. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Fantastic. Shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale, take a cobra. Elbows in, pull them back. Lift the heart forward. And exhale, child's pose. Take a moment to notice the quality of your breath. Take a moment to notice the bands of the belly against the thighs. And we're going to explore this on the other side. Staying with the left leg, ombre rotations. Come up, downward facing dog. Nice, carve a line with your nose. Step, walk or hop into malasana. Fantastic. One more time, last time I promise. Bring your elbows to the inner thighs, lengthen your heart, press the knees into the hands for 10, 9, try not to let it go. 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, release that. And now take it away from the elbows without moving the elbows away from the legs. So we're 10, 9, 8, 7. This feels tough. So see if you can perhaps tone it down a notch. Don't suffer in here. This isn't like a fitness class, this is yoga, this is exploring ourselves. 3, 2, 1, let go. Whew. Lovely. Let's step the right foot back now. Full lizard. Few moments in here, just recovering from that pails and rails that we've done to that hip socket, using malasana as guidance. Really trying to get deep into that hip socket today, finding the connection with the breath. All right, next time you come forward, release the right knee down, bring the right hand slightly further forward and the left hand to the inside of the left knee. Blossom and twist. Similar principle as we did in that prayer twist. We're really trying to, this time that it's hard to lift that hip because it naturally floats down, so just keeping it away from the shoulders, from the armpits rather, shoulders away from the ears. Nice. Then bend the back knee, grab hold of the foot. First pull it really close, and now resist with the foot as if you're trying to spring it open for 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, and release. Now that you've elongated it, kick the foot into the hand and the hand pulls it close for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Fantastic. Skandasana on the left. I'm going to stay here, so pardon the view. Just so we all know how we flow, you know where the front of my mat is, you know where the back of my mat is. Stay with me. Nice. You can always lower that left heel, you don't have to. Blossoming hands can come to heart center. One more breath in here. Sink those hips low. Transition into goddess. Now stay upright for this one. Lovely. Knees directly over your ankles, going the same direction as your toes. If you find yourself leaning forward, narrow your stance, take your shoulders back. Hands to hips or hands to prayer, your shout. Nice and easy. Lift the left heel up, keep it lifted, sink lower. We're going to stay here for 5 pulses, but pulse slowly. So pulse down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Last one. Come up. Nice. If you need to straighten the legs in between the sides, feel free to do that. And then lower down. Lift the right heel up and pulse on. 5, up, 4, up, 3, up. Keep that left knee away from the midline. And last one. Fantastic. Straighten both knees. Woo! Rotate to warrior 2 on the right. Nice. Take a moment here before we transition for that warrior dog. Nice. Send your hips back, your hearts forward. Enjoy the stretch. Really pressing the feet down. Take one more breath. And then pivot. Rotate onto your crescent. Rise up. Lower the back knee to hover for 10, 9, net tailbone long. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and nice and easy. Twist it. Lift that back knee. Left hand forward, right hand back. Try not to lean forward. Take your torso back. It's so much easier here. So pull yourself back. See if you can explore this area here of that left hip socket, inner thigh. Fantastic. Exalted warrior. Inhale. Take a moment. Almost feels like rest. And then left elbow, right knee. Hands together and twist. The idea here is we keeping that right hip down. We blossoming through that torso and we lifting that left inner knee. Woo! Beautiful. Side plank. Left hand down. Your variation. Don't go crazy. Stay with me. Explore your breath. This is more fitness class today. This is more really to activate all those nooks and crannies of your hips. Come into downward facing dog first. Optional vinyasa or child's pose. Nice. And we're gonna do this just one more time. For me, I'm doing this now 4th time. I can feel this in my hips. I think my mind is feeling it also. So when you're ready, step, walk or hop, malasana. Oh, nice. Inhale, blossom the heart. Exhale, right foot back, lizard. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, skandasana. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lift the right heel. Lower. Lift the left heel. Lower. Lift the left heel. Lower. Lift the right heel. Lower. Fantastic. Warrior 2 on the right. Nice. Warrior dog. Inhale. Exhale, transition to crescent. Rise up as you inhale. Exhale, twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Exalted, inhale. Exhale, twisted prayer. Inhale, blossom here. Exhale, side plank. Whew. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. One last call for vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, child's pose. Allow yourself to notice your breath. What I like about flows like this, as we do them, we really get to know the moves and we really get to flow with the breath. Familiarity gives us comfort. So as we get to know the sequence, the order, we already feel as if we can do this. Fantastic. Lovely. From here, bring yourself into all fours. Shimmy your feet one way, don't mind which side you choose. Come back and meet me in that lovely Navasana we explored at the beginning of the practice. Lift your feet off the mat if you can. We're going to transition to half boat, so see if you can come into inhale, lower the lower back, lift the gaze up, and see if you can kind of like imagine you've got like an orange in between your chin and your chest. Squeeze in, boat pose. One more time, half boat. One more time, squeeze in. And lower down. And lower all the way down. Nice. Lovely. Just a final thing I'd like us to all explore around our hips. It's a little supine version of pigeon. What I'd like you to do is bring the right knee to your chest and then take the right knee outside your right hip and your right foot towards the left side of your hip, like you would for a pigeon when you're lying down. Now flex the right toes and bring your head and shoulders slightly high so you can maybe even hook it on that left elbow. If this is too far, because your leg might be just here and you're like, what, how am I supposed to do this? It's okay, just use your hand. Bring the right hand outside the right knee, relax head and shoulders. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. So when we take pigeon, that leg is like that, but the gravity is doing its work, right? So it's a little harder now. Wherever you are, on your next exhale, I'd like you to elongate the left leg and lift the head and shoulders. Nice. Now, as gently as you can, release the right hand and bring it by the side of the body. Now, keeping this right leg as it is, release the left hand and keep squeezing the right ankle towards your face for 10, 9, 8. Try not to let the pelvis twist again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo. Oh, I know this isn't fun. I know your hip feels it. Just take a moment perhaps to windshield wipe your knees from side to side, keeping your feet as wide as the mat. Taking a moment to perhaps notice the difference between the right and the left hip. And we're going to repeat this on the left hand side. Lovely. Bring the right foot to the center. Left knee to your chest and open it up. And as you're opening it up, see if you can lift the head and shoulders to really grab hold of that left foot. Maybe cradle, maybe just hold. Elongate that right, actually no, sorry, just cradle for a moment. A little ahead of myself here. Staying with what is coming up. And then nice and gently elongate the right leg. Lift the head and shoulders. Now release the left arm and then release the right arm. That foot will ping out, of course it will, but do your best to keep that left knee outside your left hip and the left foot coming close to your chest. You only have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful. Whew. Bring the feet together, knees as wide as they fall, and take a moment here. I was going to say to listen to the sea, but they've just started some works nearby. You can probably hear those. So just see if you can perhaps just tone me away and breathe and tune in to your breath. Just to close our practice, we'll take a couple of twists, one each way. What I'd like you to do is keep the left leg exactly as it is. Bring the right foot to the floor. Use that right foot to bump the hip slightly more to the right, and then bring the right knee on top of the left. Nice gentle twist. See if you can lengthen that hip away from the armpit. And deepen your breath. You can bring your hands to a T or a goal post. Whatever feels comfortable for you today. Just 2 more breaths, really deepening that breath in and out. At the end of that second exhale, just bring your belly button to your spine. Bring that right foot to the floor, bump the hips back to center, and meet me back in that supine butterfly. Nice. Now let's do it on the other side. So left foot comes to the floor. Bump your hips to the left, bring your left knee to the top of the right. Take a moment in here. Bring the right hand to the top of the left knee, left arm to the side. Just find what feels good. Explore this. Really deepening your breath in here. Allowing yourself to take a moment to focus on the curiosity of your breath. Lengthening that left hip away from the left armpit. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. Bring both knees to the sky. Hug them in. If it feels like something you want to do, take a happy baby. You know, it's my favorite. If you're like, no thanks, my hips had enough for today, I fully appreciate that. Just take whatever feels good for you today. Maybe taking 5 to 10 breaths in shoulder stands. And when you're ready, meet me in Shavasana. And when you get there, allow me to invite you to really let those heels come as wide as the mat. Lengthening the legs. Using your shoulders to lengthen the shoulders away from the hips. So you're really trying to elongate the whole body. Then take your arms at about 45-degree angle away from the body. Flip your palms up towards the sky. Relax your facial muscles. Make the breath the point of your interest. However long you have to stay here, stay here. If you're in a hurry, perhaps just take 5 breaths. When you're ready to rise up, know that I very much appreciate you being with me on the mat. I appreciate you sharing the practice with me, but also allowing me to share my thoughts and experiences with you. If you enjoyed it, please share it. If you didn't, please share it as well, because others might. And if you have a moment, just post a like or a comment, as it really helps me to promote these videos to everybody else. Thank you so much for assisting me, for being with me, for joining me on this exploration of our own self-awareness. I'll see you again in the very near future, I hope. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Namaste.